Hi everyone, Andi here. I'm a vintage reseller and today I have a vlog thrifting video for you, complete with a haul. So today's video is a little bit different because usually I'm taking you thrift shopping with me and then I bring everything home and I let you know what I'm gonna keep and what I'm gonna sell on my Etsy shop. But today's video is an actual thrifting, be with me all day vlog. So I actually did some shopping with a very special guest recently, and that person is my husband. So not a special guest maybe for you guys, but special for me because we usually don't go thrifting together. I'm usually with my mom or my girlfriends or myself, like alone. So it was my birthday, and for my birthday, he decided to go thrift shopping with me, which was very exciting. And then for our anniversary, 2 weeks later, we decided to also do thrifting because what is there to do at this time of the year? In this bad weather with the pandemic, not a whole lot to do. So we decided to make a day of it, both days, get my favorite things to eat, go do some fun stuff. We went to an art exhibition. I will tell you about that in the next footage coming up. But yeah, lots of fun things to show you, some of which was definitely inspired by some of the art that we saw that day. So yeah, can't wait to show you each of these items. So let's get into the day together. Good morning, everyone. So I am on my way to the Van Gogh Immersive Art Exhibit at the Oregon Convention Center. This may have come to your town. We were trying to think, actually say we, because I'm with someone special today. So it's our anniversary, so we've been together a long time. And we're like, what should we do in the pandemic for our anniversary on a random Thursday? So we decided to book tickets, like I said, to this Van Gogh exhibit. Really excited to do something a little bit different. Yeah, it's 10:30 a.m. reservation, so nothing more romantic than a 10:30 a.m. reservation for your anniversary entertainment. But we'll make it work. It should be fun. I've heard it's really, really good. But afterwards, we're gonna go for lunch at my very favorite gluten-free friendly restaurant in town, Bastion, and then we're gonna do a little bit of thrifting. That sounds terrible. Thrifting. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of thrifting afterwards at one of my favorite thrift stores in town called Stars. So yeah, excited to see what we find there. We'll be taking you guys all along with us. He has a very good eye for items. When I tell him you find this, he usually does. So I'm gonna hopefully be manifesting some really good stuff for my shop and sharing it with you guys. So stay tuned. So we just got done with the Van Gogh exhibit and it was very, very good. So if it comes to your town, definitely recommend it. I'm not even a Van Gogh fan, which I know is somewhat unpopular to say. But after seeing some of his lesser known works, wow. Why is it always Starry Night and his self-portrait or that little room with the tiny bed? And there's so many more amazing things. So anyways, yeah, definitely recommend it. Now we're off to lunch. So yeah, cannot wait to have some fried chicken because this place has the best gluten-free fried chicken. So can't wait to eat it. So I got some fried chicken. Look at how delicious this is. And then also some, let me find it, quinoa salad. That looks super yum. So can't wait to tear into it. Okay, so we're outside the thrift store. We have about an hour and then we have to head home to relieve our babysitter. But so what are we looking for today? Okay, so I'm gonna tell James, my husband, we are looking for brass trays always, especially large brass trays, any art because I am so inspired after going to the Van Gogh exhibit, and baskets, little stools, anything with drawers, animal figurines because you know me, I can't turn them down, but really just anything. We're open. I'm open today, totally open, hoping to find something just fun and unique. Okay, so I just spotted this. Yeah, go ahead, grab it for me if you don't mind. Don't break anything because we'll have it on camera. Oh, it has a kitty cat too. What a beautiful piece. I mean, that is insane. So this is always one of my very favorite booths at Stars because of all of this insane color. Like every time I see it, I'm just like blown away by the sheer eye candy. So totally in love with this piece, probably because I just came back from Van Gogh and it kind of has that like Van Gogh-y vibe to me. But the piece that I really would like is this one. I mean, how colorful and fun. Only $25. Not sure where I would put it, but it may have to come home because it's just so cute. This is my other favorite booth here. I have gotten so many pieces of art. I've gotten a leather stool here. They always have a very well-stocked and awesome selection of stuff. So just came across the shelf and it is $10. Looks in really good shape, so I may take this home. Okay, so we just saw something hysterical. So you know where I'm looking for brass trays. So my husband, of course, finds one. And he finds this one. Really nice. And then he turns it over. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's the Value Village sticker for $4.99. So that was what the person sourced it as, and then they priced it at $18 and didn't take the sticker off. That is too funny. Okay, so I have so many great things to show you from our thrifting trip. My husband definitely delivered and spotting some of these items. So that's always exciting when you have someone with you who has an eagle eye. So we're gonna jump right into the haul. A lot of brass. I have a lot of artwork because I was inspired by the Van Gogh exhibit that we saw in the morning. I have some furniture items. I even have a dress to show you. Yes, I was thrifting the other day at Goodwill. So this is from like a few days ago. Not part of like that thrifting day out that I showed you. And I just happened to browse like through the dress aisle, and this like red dress with like fun things popped out at me. So I can't wait to show you that too. So yeah, a lot of really amazing things. Can't wait to show you. So I think we're gonna kick things off with all the brass. Let's just get all the brass out of the way. You guys know that I pick up a lot of brass because it sells. Brass trays are definitely something I'm always looking for. Like I mentioned in the footage, I did not pick up that one that was like definitely marked up. And the fact that I could see the price on the other side really was like, I know like people are buying stuff really cheap and then they're marking them up, but it's really hard sometimes if you actually see the two prices side by side. So I hope they like take the price sticker off. I almost told the person at the front, I was like, maybe you should take this off for them. But I didn't because I was in a rush. But anyways, to the brass items. So a lot of brass trays. I've actually already shined these up. So if you watch, or rather if you follow me on Instagram, you have already seen these. So if you're not following me already, I definitely would recommend checking me out there, especially if you love like the behind the scenes thrifting footage. I do before and afters of all the brass that I shine up, which is something I love to do, very therapeutic to me. The transformations are amazing. I do some like mini hauls and fun reels about thrifting. So yeah, definitely check me out there. So the brass. So I know you're like, Andi, just show us the brass. So I got all of these trays. So I actually got 4 trays in all. So I'll go through each of them individually. This one is definitely by far like the most amazing. It is huge. I mean, look at all this etched detail. Really beautiful. Lots of interesting like patina and engravings. When I saw it, I was like, this is a stunning piece. I love like the baubles here on the end. So definitely a must have. This one, I was also falling in love with. It was 50% off. I want to say this ended up being $10 because it was, or was it 18 and 50%? I cannot remember. But anyways, it was definitely around 10 bucks. But I just loved the bird in the center and all of these cutout details. I mean, that just was very beautiful, very stunning. Yeah, definitely could not pass this one up too. And then moving on to, I guess, just like progressively smaller. I found this one. This one's very sturdy. Where I think these ones are more made in India brass. They actually don't have a stamp on them. But based on stuff I've sold before, they look like they're more so made in India. This one is definitely made in China. I believe so. I do not know my Asian character, so I apologize in advance. I'm assuming this is made in China, mostly because there's a lot of brass either made in India or it's made in China. So I thought this one was really beautiful too with the etchings. And then I also got this cute little one. I love how petite it is. It's so petite. This one is made in China too. So definitely like a collection of different pieces. This also has like a fun, I don't know if it's coming across on the screen. There's actually people in this, so fun edge details. Love this like rippled edge. I've actually sold a few trays that are a lot like this. They always sell well. Brass, like you know, always sells really well for me. And then the final brass piece, actually no, I say final. Actually, I have two more to show you. The next brass piece is this amazing, look at the bling and the shine on this vase. Now, when I got this, it definitely was very dingy, but man, a little bit of elbow grease, and it's amazing, the transformation. I'll try to like pop some pictures on the screen of that, because like I said, I actually showed it before and after on my Instagram, so I'll try and remember to show it here. But yeah, this was just beautiful, sculptural, very like glitz glam, with the way that it shine up and reflects the light, because it has like almost like this hammered type of detail, along with having like a very sculptural, beautiful silhouette. So yeah, saw this, I was like, oh yeah, you're coming home with me. And then the next item and final brass item, which I'm sure you're like, you don't have even more brass? Your hauls are usually mostly brass. So this one I saw too at the thrift store, and I was like in awe. I mean, look at the etchings on this. And this beautiful slender handle. It's just very feminine, I can talk today, very feminine and beautiful. I haven't shined this one up, mostly because I love the actual patina on this. So not all brass ages the same. So some stuff ages very brown and gets kind of like gross dingy. Others end up just like going a goldy deep tone. I like that gold deep tone. So if it's like gross, like patina, I tend to clean it up. Like this was more of a gross patina, where in it like totally lost its luster, where this type of brass usually just gets gold and more gold, and then the actual like sheen still, you know, shines through, which is great. So yeah, I saw this, fell in love with it. This was only $16, which is crazy. I actually have sold a number of beautifully etched ones like this, like the little like jug with the like the slender thing. So always a best seller for me. So definitely when I see them, I grab them. But yeah, all this brand, oh, actually it says, oh yeah, here's the markings on the bottom here. So this is also made in India. So yeah, beautiful brass pieces. This one I actually got from one of my very favorite vintage sellers, Susie. I will put her handle on the screen. She always has amazing stuff. Every time I shop her booth, I find something. So I always pick up at least one or more items. The actual store is like far from me. It's Relics in Vancouver, so I don't get there very often, but when I do, I always shop her booth. So moving on to some art stuff. Can't wait to show you what I got. So that Van Gogh exhibit definitely inspired me to pick up art when I was out shopping. The first piece is this beautiful landscape on boards. It's on one of these like art boards. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. These like soft, almost sunrise tones with the trees and the little bit of water here. I think that's water. Yeah, water here. So I thought this was stunning. It's not artist signed, but it's definitely an original piece, because you can see all the brush strokes and stuff. So yeah, I thought it was beautiful. Cottagecore decor is so in right now, and so this kind of like fits into that country vibe. And then I also picked up this still life, which I thought was beautiful. I loved the shape of this blue little piece of pottery here combined with the flowers. I thought this was absolutely beautiful. Another piece is very country, very cottagecore, so definitely in style. This is on canvas and then also has like the wire to hang on the wall. So yeah, it's ready to go. So yeah, when I saw this, oh, brought it home, had to. And the other final piece, I don't know, just something about it spoke to me. I'm usually not into like purpley tones, but this was like purples and magentas, and it just was so vibrant, and it's on this like neat wooden board. So yeah, I thought this was beautiful too. I mean, you know, even on screen, it's just not doing it justice, because all the strokes in the yeah, just incredible. The paint strokes are beautiful. I just love the contrast between like this very punchy, bright color in the center and then all of this like deep green hues in the back. So I thought that was totally beautiful. And then you can see like the vase here. This is very faintly down there, I believe artist, oh no, here's the artist, yeah. Artist signature is teeny tiny in the corner, so it's definitely another original work. This was $14, so it ended up being half off. And then this one was $8, if you can believe it, which just seems crazy to me. And then this one was 20 bucks. So I paid it up, if you can call it paying up for something like this. I think it was just exquisite. So yeah, it just amazing, amazing pieces. I love picking up art. I wish I could keep these. They definitely do not match my decorating style, but I definitely have a love of all art for the most part. So yes, this one in particular is gonna be hard for me to let go because these colors are just kind of punchy and fun. So anyways, but it will be available in my Etsy shop. So yeah, I cannot believe all the cool art that I scored. When it's out thrifting, definitely have my eye out, like I said, because I had just seen that Van Gogh exhibit. So something I totally forgot to show you in my last haul video. So I showed it in like the thrift with me footage, and then I never showed it to you in the haul footage. So it is this adorable tonala bird. So the tonala is a style of pottery from Mexico. You'll start to like really recognize if you're out thrifting because it's very distinct color palette, very distinct like shapes and tones and styles of painting. I absolutely love tonala pottery. I think is absolutely beautiful. This bird I thought was just so cute. I mean, look at that cute little face. There we go. Yeah, so I thought that the actual pattern and the paintings on it were beautiful. And yeah, so I definitely had to get it. Tonala stuff, you know, is very collectible. So it tends to sell well. So when I found it, it was $15, paid a little up. Usually I'd like to spend a little bit less on ceramic pieces like this, but generally speaking, they do sell well because they are collectible. So when I saw them, I had to grab them. So yeah, sorry about that. You can always go back and visit that video and see what I mean. But yeah, cannot believe I totally forgot to put this in the haul video. But yeah, had to show him to you guys because he was just so cute. So the next item is something my mom picked up. If you guys watch my channel, you know my mom is always out thrifting for me. So she knows that I am definitely out looking for sculptures because sculptures right now are really, really popular. Sculptures in bus, which is like so weird that these are the things that come back into style. So yeah, sculptures and busts are definitely like edging out pottery, if you can believe it, because pottery is still having very much a moment, but sculptures are kind of like eclipsing them. So when she saw this, she's like, isn't this something that you would like? And I'm like, yeah, yes, definitely. So this is a stone sculpture of, I believe, a mama and her baby. So definitely spoke to me because I'm a mama with a baby. Well, not a baby. He's like almost 3. But anyways, I thought this was very sweet, very sculptural, like I said, super, super heavy. But yeah, these types of pieces are so fun, styled on a shelf or bookshelf or even in a tablescape because they're just so interesting and just really give off such like lovely vibes, like being the mama and the baby. I just like, you know, before I had kids, I would have been like, ew. But now that I have like a baby or a little one, I'm just like, oh, you know, I know. The thing, you go soft. You get really soft once you have kids. So yeah, this is an example of me getting soft because I never would have picked this up before because I would have been like, oh, that's so cheesy. But no, I'm totally into this stuff now. So I thought it was very, very cute. This will be available in my Etsy shop too. So yeah, Mama did a good job again. My mom is always finding me really cool pieces. This was, I think, 20 bucks. I paid up for it, but like I said, sculptures are very much on trend right now, and so I think that there's like enough margin to make that like price point worth it. So I have a few more things to show you. I figure I'll just show you the dress right now that I picked up, and then we'll end with 2 furniture pieces. So the dress that I picked up, and I'm sure you're just like, oh, Andi, where are you going? So fancy with the dress, and literally nowhere. Nowhere. But I just could not pass it up because I just thought it was so beautiful, and it was only like $12. So I was like, you know, I think it's like worth the risk. And with New Year's coming up, because I'm filming this right before New Year's, I thought maybe this could be my New Year's dress. Maybe I'll be one of those like fabulous people that actually like dress up in their home on New Year's. So I don't know. We will see if I have like the energy to do all that, because you know, that's a lot of effort to just stay in your house with your husband and your kiddo. But when I saw it, I had to grab it because it just was so beautiful. Now I know it's gonna be kind of hard to see on the screen, so I will definitely pop a picture on. If I do decide to wear it on New Year's, I will like show a picture of it all styled up because I know you guys are probably gonna be curious. I think it's from the 90s. It's ABS Evening. So this is a brand I believe is like a 90s brand. Super cute. And also because of like the neckline and the strap like width kind of gives me like 90s vibes. And yeah, I don't know what fabric it is. I want to say it's crepe. I am not like great at knowing my fabric. So I want to say it's crepe. Unfortunately, the care tag has been removed, which makes me crazy. So I don't know if I can wash it or dry clean it or if I have to steam it, and I don't even know. So I got to figure that out too. But yeah, I thought it was beautiful because the red color, being super fair skinned, red is definitely a color that works with my skin tone. And then also it has this like very swishy cut out bottom. So it's very interesting, very like nipped in at the waist. So it gives me like a nice silhouette. So yeah, I thought for $12, I mean, I'm just like, you know, I'm just gonna try it. And if I can't make it work for New Year's, I'll just like try to make it work sometime in 2022. My God, please. I hope I have somewhere to be in 2022 that requires a dress. Please, yes. Oh, I do have my brother's wedding. That is something. I don't know if he wants me to wear a red dress though. May not wear it for that, but fingers crossed I will have something worth going to in 2022 that warrants a dress like this. So yeah, when I find stuff like this, you know, especially at this price point, there's really not a whole lot of risk. So I tend to pick it up because you never know when you're gonna need a fancy dress. So we're gonna end with 2 furniture items. If you watched my last video, you know I have like slowly started to dip my toes into furniture. Like I bought chairs recently. That's about it. Usually I'm doing like plant stands and stools and you know, small things like that. So these 2 items are definitely more that type of furniture, easier, a lot easier to ship. So the first thing I bought is this Amish stool. So it has a very iconic shape. I actually sold one of these recently, sold really well because cottage country decor is super hot. So this is something that definitely fits within that like aesthetic. And they're just so practical. So if you're using them like functionally, like a stool, very, very handy because this very narrow neck and handle makes moving a step stool around so easy. I mean, as a woman who's moving a step stool like a billion times a day, because I have a little guy who's not tall enough to reach the faucet to wash his hands or brush his teeth, I'm like constantly shuffling around. So this like handle here is like totally, totally genius. So yeah, this piece is definitely handmade. Like I can't really show you that well on the screen. Oh, there you go. Then you can kind of see like the handmade nature of the circle handle, and there's a lot of like fun details, like joins. It's just a really beautiful piece. So yeah, if you're not gonna use this functionally, they definitely are beautiful in terms of like styling around your home because they're a great accent piece. So you can use them to stack up books or a plant or other like decorative items. So yeah, there's a lot of versatility in this. So like, let's say you're like a new mom and you need a step stool and then you're like, what am I gonna do with this step stool in the future? You could use it to style some of your cool stuff. So yeah, very versatile piece. When I saw it, I had to pick it up. And then the last item is the one that I'm super, super excited about, which when you see it, you'll be like, yes, we figured that would be one of the things you'd pick up because it's Teak. It is this absolutely giant teak table. So this beautiful, beautiful piece was actually hiding under the most hideous Lazy Susan. So there was like a big, giant Lazy Susan with a bunch of like nothing type of like knickknacks on top. And then this was like obscured underneath of it. So just like I had like an amazing eagle eye in that moment. I can't believe I ended up spotting it because it was so hidden. But yeah, when I saw this, I mean, the size of it, it is absolutely huge. I have picked up this type of accent table many times, but definitely a lot smaller, like way smaller, like a quarter of the size. So when I found one this big, I was just like, oh, amazing. Like the thrift gods definitely blessed me. So it has all this like awesome carved detail. I mean, look at that. And then it has all of the very cool like bone inlay. There's a couple of pieces that have popped out, but frankly, it doesn't really, it's not like a deal breaker for me because I think that it's still, there's enough intact and it's still so beautiful that you know, you don't have to worry about it, especially since for the most part you are going to be putting something on top of this table to kind of hide that. So yeah, the carvings and stuff go all the way down to the sides and the base. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's in great shape, like really great shape, other than like the few little pieces on the top that popped out. Like hardly a nick or a scratch. It's just stunning. The only downside is that this base is attached permanently to the top. So sometimes they actually can be detached, which is nice because they can like be flat packed and easy, like more easily like shipped. However, in your home, it's a little squirrely because you could just like go boop and then the like, you know, the top of it just flies straight off. So structurally, it's more so like this, but shipping is gonna be a little bit more of a challenge, and it's also very heavy. But these things are very valuable. I paid up for this. So this sucker was $50. So definitely paid up for it, but they're worth a lot more than that. Like a lot more than that. So I was really like excited and grateful to find it. I could not believe this was actually the last item that I found while I was walking out of the thrift store. I did my last loop and I happened to see it, like I said, under that stupid Lazy Susan thing. Ugh. And yeah, so I was just like, ah, amazing. So had to get it. So that concludes my haul. So yeah, like I mentioned, all of these pieces, pretty well all these pieces except for like my red dress, will be available in my Etsy shop. So if there's anything you're interested in, you can check out the listings there. But yeah, that is everything I have to show you today. So thank you again so much for watching. At the time of this filming, I am very close to 1,000 subscribers, which if you are a YouTuber, you know is a huge milestone in anyone's channel. So if you love my videos, you watch them, but you have not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing because I would really love to get over that hump. I'm just so close. I can taste it. I'm just so excited to be reached that milestone. So yeah, so if you could please subscribe if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it. And like I mentioned before, if you're interested in thrifting content between my haul videos, definitely check me out on Instagram because like I said, I do like all these behind the scene things. I do like before and afters. I actually did a poll on the brass trays and wanted to see which of the 4 you guys like best, and this was of course the clear winner, with this one being the close second. So yeah, just a lot of fun things, a lot of fun content. So yeah, if you're not following me on Instagram, definitely check me out. Thanks again everyone for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next thrifting and decorating video. Take care.